Well, the fight over the PDP Sarpanch's death in Avantipur area of Jammu and Kashmir is now escalating. The PDP chief, Mehbooba Mufti, has blamed Farooq Abdullah for the Sarpanch's death. Mufti says that the Sarpanch was shot dead after Farooq Abdullah made an inflammatory speech.
Ma'am, what exactly are you trying to say? Are you saying that it is the provocation of Farooq Abdullah, or are you directly blaming the National Conference for this killing?
Yeah, definitely, because as you see, they have nothing to show as their performance for the last 5.5 years. They have been accusing of us having nexus with sometimes with BJP, sometimes with Hizbul Mujahideen, sometimes Jamaat Islami. But now, since they are seeing the response, the tremendous response of the people towards PDP, they are totally frustrated and they want people to stay inside. They want boycott at any cost. If you recall, some days back, Farooq Saab said that PDP has nexus with Hizbul Mujahideen. They are getting the National Conference workers killed. And next day, there was an attack on the houses of National Conference workers. Now, yesterday at 2:30, he again makes a very inflammatory statement. He says that, if he had guns and bombs, he would attack PDP. They need to be taught a lesson. At 11:30 in the night, one of our, Sarpanch gets killed in Pulwama. So how do you connect? You have to connect both the things, that National Conference government, he is a minister at Delhi. He has all the wherewithal. He was the chief minister when he created task force, when he created Ikwanis, when he created surrendered militants to carry, all such kind of activities where they would kill people and they'll create fear psychosis. And that is what he is up to. It's not only about PDP. He is going to get even his National Conference workers killed and put the blame on PDP. He is going to get PDP workers killed and create some kind of fear psychosis where people feel threatened to come out and vote, because the boycott call given by the Hurriyat people is okay. But he wants to get it implemented on ground through his own cronies, through his own forces, which are at his disposal.
Time and again, Farooq Abdullah, in the last 3-4 rallies that we've seen, he has time and again focused on PDP bashing, and then he has made this very serious charge that PDP is involved in the killing of National Conference workers, going back to even the 90s, saying that it was the PDP who did it. So do you think that it is spontaneous? Do you think it is all planned, that he is going against PDP in a planned manner? How do you see that?
It's utter frustration, because they have been involved in worse kinds of corruption, crime, human rights violation, no development, so much unemployment. So they don't have anything to show as performance for the last 5.5 years. But on the other hand, they want to create this kind of fear psychosis. But my point is, I am very much disappointed with the Election Commission of India, who seem to be working, very hard in other parts of the country, who take cognizance of any kind of statement and, take action against the person, be it Azam Khan, be it anybody. But when it comes to Jammu and Kashmir, we have registered many complaints with them, be it the Wazwan being served in police vans, be it that lady, leader from National Conference, using Quran Sharif for swearing to vote for National Conference. Now, and be it, Farooq Saab's earlier statement accusing PDP of having nexus with his Mujahideen and getting the NC cadre killed. And now this again. I mean, it seems that, somewhere their silence, is denting their credibility in J&K, which is not very high. Unfortunately, the Election Commission credibility is not very high. So where do the people go? If Election Commission of India has given a long rope to Farooq Abdullah to hang the democratic process here, so where do people go?
Right. Ma'am, we've seen that it's not only you, PDP, but in every attack, the National Conference trying to connect PDP with the BJP, with Narendra Modi saying that it is the BJP. If Modi, in fact, if Shah has been sent in UP by the BJP, it is PDP and Mehbooba Mufti who are the agents in J&K. So how do you react to that connection?
Well, you can well imagine a person, only a deranged person. I mean, I have all the respect for Farooq Saab. Only a deranged person or a deranged party can, accuse a party of having nexus both with BJP as well as Hizbul Mujahideen at the same time. On one hand, they are accusing of us having a nexus with BJP. It's not working, because everybody knows it was Omar Abdullah who was minister in the BJP government. It was Umar when Gujarat riots took place. It was Farooq who abstained from voting on the communal riots that took place, in the parliament. He abstained from voting. It was Farooq Saab who said said to Modi that he can see Allah in his eyes. So it is not working. Now they have gone to the other extreme. They are accusing us of, having nexus with Hizbul Mujahideen, having nexus with Jamaat Islami, because they want to provoke everybody, even the militants, that you have to enforce the boycott through violence. Now if the militants are not coming forward to enforce the boycott through violence, now Farooq Saab has taken the task. I mean, what happened yesterday, it's a clear case of national conference using the government machinery to impose terror, to impose impose violence on the ground, so that maximum people stay away from the political process, from the democratic process, from voting, because that is the only hope. If the voter turnout is very less, then they can manage to get through. Otherwise they are losing all the 3 seats.
Right. Ma'am, lastly, are you indicating that the National Conference will create or orchestrate incidents in the valley to enforce that boycott, and are you saying that the separatists and the National Conference are on the same page as far as boycott politics is concerned?
Well, National Conference has already started working on their agenda, because Farooq Saab gives a statement. He accuses PDP of having attacked National Conference workers, National Conference workers, killed them, and the next day you have attack on National Conference workers' homes. Then Farooq Saab says that he wants to use bombs and guns against PDP workers, against PDP party, and teach them a lesson, and our Sarpanch gets killed. So already they are on the job. They have already started implementing their agenda of boycott. The agenda of boycott is of Hurriyat, but somehow it seems that National Conference has got they have built their vested interest in keeping the Kashmir pot boiling, and they have got this vested interest in this violence. So if militants don't do it, then National Conference is doing it, and I am really apprehensive that in future we may see both National Conference as well as PDP and other party workers get killed by National Conference itself.
हरवास करवा रही है हमारे लोगों पे अटैक। उनका मकसद ही है, हमारे जो वर्कर मर गए हैं, शुपैया में जो मारे गए, जो बाकी जगहों पे मारे गए, जो 90 से, वो सब उन्होंने मारे। मैं इस पे मुफ्ती को दावा करता हूँ कि उसकी पार्टी ने हमारे वर्कर्स को मारा, हमारे MLAs को मारा।
Well, on the phone line with me, of course, right now is Mir Farid. Farid, Mehbooba Mufti over there minced no words really, placing the blame squarely on the National Conference, in fact, linking Farooq Abdullah's speech to the killing of the Sarpanch. Farid, if you can hear us? Well, I don't know if Mir Farid can hear us, but I'll put that question to you once again, Farid. Now, we heard Mehbooba Mufti's interview over there. She's really minced no words, blaming. Well, we don't have our correspondent. Let's listen into some more reactions.
Now we are joined by Shafiq Mir, the chairman of all Jammu and Kashmir Panchayat Conference. Shafiq, right now we have seen that earlier it was Farooq Abdullah who had been blaming the PDP for the killings, and now it is Mehbooba Mufti coming out and blaming the National Conference for the killing of this Sarpanch in South Kashmir. How do you see this war of words over the killing between the two political parties?
So far as the war of word between National Conference and PDP is concerned, that is a separate issue. So far as our issue is concerned, our 7th Sarpanch has been killed in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. For the past 2 years, we have been pleading and demanding security for the Panches and Sarpanches from the same government led by Mr. Omar Abdullah, who also heads the National Conference political party. And we are also having apprehension that there is a silent hand between the killing, behind the killing of this Sarpanch, because a particular party, National Conference, does not want high turnout in the particularly in Kashmir Valley, because high turnout goes against it, and they want the turnout should be low. That is why the PDP, if the PDP has blamed National Conference for this, there is a reason for PDP, and we demand from the Election Commission of India to probe the matter, because Sarpanch has been targeted. This Sarpanch has been targeted to create the terror in a particular constituency, so that the people do not come out and vote in large numbers as they have been voting in the past 2 parliamentary election seats recently held in Jammu division.
So you think that the National Conference somewhere is, you are trying to target the National Conference for the killing of the Sarpanch?
Exactly, National Conference is responsible for killing the Sarpanches and Sarpanch in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. We have lost 7 Sarpanch right now. We have lost 7 Sarpanch, and it is the National Conference who has failed to provide the sense of security to the panches and sarpanches of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and it goes only in the favor of National Conference if the voting turnout goes low.
You think that all this is the politics behind this killing?
Yes, we are far particular in this case, in which last night our sarpanch has been killed. We are looking a political hand behind it.